What's going on, everybody? Good morning. The Bad Diggity Dizzle here, back with another video. In this video, I want to talk about the one and only Odell Beckham. What a shock. You know, another year, more trade rumors swirling around Odell Beckham. Obviously, the talk about him going to the Minnesota Vikings for a second and a fifth round pick. Every year, it seems like we have this, the speculation, the trade rumors, all kinds of stuff flying around here. We obviously will not know what the deal is until draft day, which is why it's always fun to speculate. But at some point, it does get a little bit tiring. And obviously, we're a week away from the draft, and I'm sure, like everybody else, myself included, we can't wait to see exactly what happens on the 23rd. To actually get some live sporting event is also going to be great. Speaking of which, I'll be live with my boy Philly 500 tonight at 10:30. Hope you guys will swing by. We'll get his take on the Eagles and the trade rumors that are going on there, that they're looking to trade up and get CeeDee Lamb. I don't know how far exactly they'd have to go up to get CeeDee Lamb, because some mocks do have him going 11 to the Jets, so they might have to trade with the Jets. They might have to trade up into the top 10. Get his thoughts on what he thinks they'd have to give up and if he'd want to do that or where else they'd like to go. So I hope you guys will tune in. Plus, whenever Philly 500 is here, you know, sometimes we get nonsensical on my streams, and it's a lot of fun. And with Philly, it doesn't get much more nonsensical than that. Love that guy. Looking forward to that tonight. But, you know, this just goes to prove, I know a lot of Giants fans are really ticked off when the Giants traded Odell Beckham. They got on Dave Gettleman's case. They said we didn't get enough for Odell Beckham, and the Giants didn't do well with this trade. And listen, guys, the more you look at this, the more we won this trade. And all you got to do, again, you look at Antonio Brown. I use that as an example. Before he went insane, the Steelers got a third and a fifth round pick. You look at what the Cardinals had to give up for DeAndre Hopkins, who's maybe the best receiver in the league, and they didn't give up anything for him either. So to get a first round pick, a third round pick, and Jabril Peppers, who was a former first round pick, I would say Dave Gettleman did pretty damn good with this trade, especially since we have heard nothing but trade rumors since Odell Beckham went to the Browns. I mean, this is all we're talking about. He wants out of Cleveland. He can't stand it in Cleveland. And again, Odell Beckham, you know, as great as he is, he's a me-first player. You know what I mean? He is a me-first player. He always wants the ball. He gets, you know, bad headlines on a consistent basis. It just, you know, it is what it is with him. As great as his talent is, much like Antonio Brown, I mean, is he really worth the money that they're paying this guy? But, you know, I don't think this is going to happen. Minnesota can't afford Odell Beckham, and they're kind of cap-strapped as it is, and Odell Beckham's base salary, I believe, is $14 million or something crazy like that. They couldn't afford him, and they have other holes that they need to fill. Now, obviously, they traded away Stephon Diggs to the Bills, and you know, the Bills gave up a lot to get Stephon Diggs, so it does make sense that the Vikings could try to make that move, but at the same time, the same problems that Stephon Diggs presented in Minnesota, Odell Beckham would also bring to Minnesota with, you know, give me the ball, me first, throw it to me all the time. He is that typical diva wide receiver, so I can't see the trade actually happening. But the fact of the matter is, the fact that we are hearing so many trade rumors about Odell Beckham pretty much ever since he went to Cleveland tells you that the Giants won this trade, and there's no way Cleveland is going to flip Odell Beckham for a first and a third round pick and a player that was picked in the first round. They will never get that if they do trade him, which I don't see happening. But if they do, they're not going to get what they gave up. So guys can get mad at Odell Beckham not being here. They can be mad at Dave Gettleman for a lot of different things, okay? You can get mad at Dave Gettleman for the free agent signings they did here, for Nate Solder, for the Leonard Williams trade, for Jonathan Stewart, for Alec Ogletree. I get all that, man. I get that. You want to get on his case about that. That's fine. Completely understandable. But when it comes to Odell Beckham, man, you have got to realize that he did the best thing he could do for the Giants. And I've heard people say, you know, talk about how he said, oh, I'm not, you know, I didn't pay him to trade him. We didn't sign him to trade him. Yes, he did. He did, because if Odell Beckham was going to be a free agent, the Giants would have never had any leverage when it came to trading him. They locked him up for 5 years so that the team that took him knew they were going to have Odell Beckham for at least that long of a period of time. So it did make sense for Dave Gettleman to sign Odell Beckham, to move him away, even if we did have to eat the $16 million of cap space that year in the dead cap, because we would have never got nearly as much as we did for him. And like I said, even though I don't see this trade happening, you look at what the rumor is, a second and a fifth. Well, that's not close to a first and a third, guys. It's not. So get on Gettleman all you want about some of the moves he made, and I completely understand, especially the Leonard Williams thing, which I still don't understand. But, we won this Odell Beckham trade. And if these trade rumors and, the price that they're talking about trading for him doesn't tell you so, I don't know whatever will ever convince you that Odell Beckham, we got as much as we possibly could have for him. Anyway, it was an interesting article about Beckham being traded. And again, I can't wait till draft night because we're going to find all this out. We're not going to have to wait much longer, guys. It's going to be a fun night next Thursday. And throughout the weekend, obviously, the entire draft will be awesome. So, obviously, I'll be doing that with the entertainment. I hope you guys will come by and, watch us react and hang out with us, ask us questions, talk, whatever. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, until then, guys, and again, I hope you tune in at 10:30 tonight for me and Philly 500. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. The Bad Diggity Dizzle, and I am gone. Peace!